Sounds good to you? Yeah. All right. Okay. So we are all here.
We're headed towards the gymnasium and where there was a synagogue, a Jewish synagogue.
So people put the spread under the tree, shake the branches and just eat it as it.
There's thousands
so you should,
right here.
Yes. So we need to climb up to the upper edge.
There's a wonderful place in the synagogue in the ask with steps where we can take a group picture.
Well, I have one.
Yes.
Plenty of mulberry tree. So they make molasses out of it.
There's a couple of them right here.
Big ones.
We can get
Dark ones.
There you go.
Look at these black ones up there. Can you really eat them white?
What do they look like, Todd? Interesting.
From the ground, though, babe?
There you go. It was just knocked down. It was just knocked down. Yeah.
just knocked out.
It was. I saw that one in particular. It just came down. Want to try one?
Yeah.
I think you just knocked one of those two down there.
That's really good.
Behind these round trees, the other side of the road, there are rooms which have been covered up by the American archaeologists, Turkish-American archaeologists, after finding mosaics at the ground of the Lydian house and the paintings on a Lydian house. So, excavations are still continued at Sardis, and the mountain on the right-hand side, which we'll see as we walk by, with a little piece of ruins of the stronghold of the fortification, because the upper Acropolis, the upper city of Sardis, is actually the other side of the city where King Croesus' palace had stood. So that palace was destroyed, was damaged by the landslides, and at the same area, a house for the elders of the city were built to accommodate. So yes, the upper Acropolis could be viewed there with few bits of ruins with a flag on the top. That gives us the idea about how big the area, the site has spread out, along with the northern side, I think, which is the temple side, we will see later. Northern side of the Acropolis, it had shown evidences, remains of the theater during the construction of the train
So the
railway.
citadel, the fortress was on top of the hill here.
From the theater were removed or were damaged or were reused. So yes, we know where the archaeologists had found where the site of theater, the Acropolis, the Lydian house there, and also one of the three greatest temples of antiquity, Temple of Artemis in the valley, right behind the mountain, right beside the mountain, where also the Pactolos, gold-bearing stream, still flows by. Other than in this site, well, the question is asked, how long are we going to take here? We can take about an hour, 1.5 hours, depending what we are planned to do here. But to me, this is a site fenced around, regarded as a museum, defined as a museum, consists of the shops, 20 shops called the Byzantine shops of 600 AD along the road. Part of the Royal Road, you see under the trees, it's kind of mound with the trees on. That's part of the Royal Road, which had been exposed partly on the right across the shops down there. Okay, just a small piece of the road. And the back of the gymnasium building, which is magnificent from the front, very ornate, resurrected by the American archaeologists in 1964, incorporates about 60%, 60-65% of its original, and the synagogue as being one of the most important things to see here. So roughly takes about an hour plus your comments and talks. On the other side of the road, after finishing our visit here, we are going to take the bus, and bus will take us just 2 minutes, 3 minutes ride. It's not walkable. It is walkable in leisure time, but not for us today. To walk to the side of the temple, magnificent to see, amazing temple to see. So ladies and gentlemen, it is said that the city Kafar, I shouldn't forget telling you about the Lydian tombs, which you will see when you're on the bus. From a distance, artificial mound of hills, number of them, high number of them. There it is called, the area is called Thousand Hills. Tumuli, T-U-M-U-L-U-S, tumuli, refers to the mound of soil with the burial grave underneath. Equivalent to the Egyptian pyramids in some sense, where the burial of the king, the noble, the high-ranking were located. So that is said to be, that area is identified as the cemetery of Lydia, and Lydian kings were highly elevated to the level of hero that were buried higher the mound, higher the study of the person. So the tumuli of the Phrygian king Midas was also found in Anatolia with about 50 meters of diameter, 150 feet diameter, and about the same kind of height to the tumuli, with a stone chamber under the ground, 3 sides of the wall inside with stone benches, personal effects, rich belongings, bronze vessels were left in the burial chamber. The walls or the space between the walls were filled up with rubble. Then enclosed chamber, wooden chamber with cedar and juniper trees was built up. The chamber was built up, filled up with earth. Not inside. Outside, after later roof, outside was made as tumuli, which they also call it tal in some Middle East countries, or tumulus in Anatolia. So that is the area you will see from the distance, Lydian tumuli, Lydian tombs. The city had a population of about, does it say something here? About 100,000 residents. So it tells us a bit of where we are over here. That's the gymnasium building, right? And then this refers as number 7. Yes, please follow me. That's a Roman governor's house. And then it also tells us where the temple of Artemis, that's Paktolos River, the river, Sarchai, and number 1 is the temple of Artemis, the other side of the road. So you can see it was spread out to a large area. As we walk along, I want you to kind of, move a little, and I'm going to tell you some along the way, passing by the Byzantine shops, whom 6 were occupied by the Jewish shopkeepers, 10 by the Greek residents. This is the site, the city, where large number of Jewish residents live, worship, in the building out of the gymnasium, right? So it was altered, or we call it modified, to be.
So the Byzantine shopping mall was, with 6 shops, Jewish shops, and 12 Christian shops, and more unidentifiable This is the gymnasium here. In 1992, the Ottomans welcomed the Jewish people during the Spanish Inquisition and invited them to come to Turkey from Spain and Portugal.